Today's actually brought to you by our sexy tech merch. My friends, look at this. Look at this Mobo that we got right here. Look at this press F to pay respects. Oh, that's not good enough for you? How about the Tech Gator? Oh, that's not good enough for you? My friends, how about a floppy disk that's so hot it could turn you into a hard drive? Check out the hot floppy shirt. Anyways, use the link in the video description. You can check out our merch. It helps to support us to get back to the United States. These are awesome designs. I love them so much. We just finally got the t-shirts in so I can show them off to you. I'm gonna be wearing them forever. They're mine now. We also have a beach towel for the Tech Gator one. My wife has it in the United States. We also have coffee mugs and whatnot. Check out our merch. Hey friends, welcome back to the UFD Tech channel. One of the last graphics card reviews we're gonna do here in South Africa. We actually have two 5700 XT reviews that we need to get through in the next couple of days. And today, we're gonna be taking a look at this XFX RAW II. My friends, this actually is probably a graphics card that a lot of you should consider if you're looking to get a 5700 XT. One of the main reasons being is that it's a $400 graphics card, which is the exact same price as the reference edition. And if we take a look at all of the details about this card versus the reference edition, then it has some really compelling arguments to be made versus getting that noisy little boy right over there. So generally, let's go ahead and take a look over the performance of the card. Looking at stock versus stock, it's basically the exact same as a reference edition, not really a whole lot more or less. It's within 1 to 2 FPS versus the stock card. At normal settings, overclocking, it did pretty decently. We're actually able to get this up to 2050 megahertz in AMD's Wattman software, which translated to about 1975 to 2000 megahertz in video games, which brought us again another 1 to 5 FPS depending on the game. So it performed admirably once it was overclocked, but at the same time, it does seem like this card doesn't have as much headroom for overclocking as what we're going to be reviewing later, which is the ASRock 5700 XT Tai Chi, or something like this, the 5700 XT on a water block. And that's because the cooling on this one is so-so. So the hottest that this card got when we didn't set a custom fan curve was right around the 100-degree region, which is quite hot. It's not as bad as our reference edition, which got up to 109 degrees on the hot spot, but 100 degrees Celsius is not something that you really want to be seeing on the RAW II, and it's not necessarily a problem like it is on the Thick 2, which, by the way, XFX has already said that they're going to be shipping out kits to help you fix the cooling on the Thick 2, but with the RAW II, the cooling is okay, it's not great. If we set a custom fan curve to keep the fan spinning at 50% the entire time, well then we drop the temps down to 70 degrees average and 86 hotspot temperature. So that's not too bad, and it's much quieter than you would expect out of the reference edition, coming in at 50 decibels. So performance is about the same as the reference. Cooling can be a lot better when you actually set a custom fan curve. It can be quieter than what you would get at 50% with a reference card, and then it's actually just going to be able to overclock a little bit, but not as good as you would having a reference card on a water block. So that's the general consensus, and fortunately it actually comes in at roughly the same price as the reference card. $400 right now is the current going price on Best Buy, as I can see right here, and it's in stock at my local store in Gainesville, Florida, which means that I could go pick up 2 today and have 5700 XTs, except for you can't crossfire them. That's neither here nor there. So if you don't want to get a reference edition, the RAW II actually looks like a pretty compelling choice when it comes to pure specs alone. However, when it comes to build quality, this thing is actually not something that I'm all that thrilled with. It looks really good once you're just viewing it, but as soon as you pick it up, you say to yourself, this thing is cheaper than I thought it was gonna be. It has some cheap polycarbonate plastic that just, it flexes everywhere, it kind of squishes. It doesn't feel like a very solid graphics card. Obviously, that's not really beholden to the performance, but both myself as well as Reece, we saw the card, we were like, okay, it's a little thick, you know, it looks funny, but then when we picked it up, we were like, they skimped on materials here, which is either your style and you just want the actual performance, or you want something that feels as good as it's supposed to look, which, I mean, the reference edition of the 5700 XT definitely does. This, however, feels like a cheap piece of plastic, but it performs fine. So overall, quick review of this thing before I have to leave South Africa. I would definitely pick up the RAW II for $400. Considering that the price of the reference card is the exact same price, the cooling's gonna be better on this thing. You're gonna get the exact same performance, but you're gonna get lower temperatures and lower fan noise. So that's it. Let us know what you think of the RAW II down below in the comments. Do you like the look? Do you have one? Is it a That's plastic. I don't like that. Anyways, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Let me know what you think of a quick review like this. I want to hear from you. Yes, sound off. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to check out our merch. It's amazing. Sexy merch. Buy our sexy tech merch. You know you want to. With that being said, get subscribed. Stay up to date on all of our tech-related content, especially as we transition back to the United States. Your support means a ton. Thank you so much. See you in the next one. Bye.